What is up, everyone? Welcome to Not Your Father's Capital. For those of you that are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, join the discussion. We cover your favorite cryptos on the daily with constant up-to-date news and information, okay? But in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit what's going on with AVAX. We're going to talk a little bit about Avalanche, as well as get into what are we seeing if basically the price is up, the adoption is up, if Avalanche is positioning themselves well for 2023. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk a little bit about their partnerships as well as some of the user activity surrounding Avalanche, okay? But first, hit that subscribe button and let's get down to it. If we look at the crypto bubbles, Avalanche is currently up 75% on the month, up 6% on the day, 6% on the week, just a tick below. So very strong start to 2023 for AVAX. We're seeing a nice trend into the green, and you can see right here, Avalanche is just steadily climbing, okay? And this is for the 16th ranked crypto according to total market capitalization, okay? So crypto is moving in a very good start, a very good way to start off 2023. A lot of positive notes and sentiment surrounding everything with crypto, and the brighter days are still to come as we still are being weighed down by the inflationary data as well as the Fed and the macroeconomics stemming from the FTX collapse. So basically, when the conditions are arriving, it's going to be very exciting to see what happens to crypto in the direction that it's headed. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about when we talk about AVAX prices up, but if the fundamentals are actually supporting the rally, all right? So this is what we got to talk about when we talk about AVAX witnessing their historic start to 2023, almost 100% up on the month, all right? And now this rally usually is followed by a pullback, a sell-off, if you will. But however, will this remain in February, all right? So now when we talk about basically the historical nature of this rally, they have outpaced Bitcoin and Ethereum to start 2023. So that's pretty incredible as we talk about Avalanche, considering their size in relation to other cryptos. All right, so basically for those of you that are holders of Avalanche, we can talk about the reasons why this rally and attribute to basically their partnership with Amazon Web Services. So we all know Amazon is basically spreading like the plague, developing and evolving into more and more things. Amazon is continuing to move the needle as it relates to expansion, all right? So in terms of blockchain technology and what Avalanche can bring to Amazon, that is definitely going to be the #1 catalyst and probably one of the top 5 catalysts in all of crypto that basically will raise a red flag to keep your eye on Avalanche, just due to the nature of having a partnership with such a conglomerate such as Amazon, okay? So when we talk about this, they have benefited from the news, and a lot of people are believing that is just based on news and an actual bull trap could occur, okay? So when you talk about the fundamentals, you have to look at the on-chain network activity to see if this rally is substantiated, okay? So when we talk about what happened, Avalanche basically had a strong pump stemming from the AWS news, but that was not the only metric seeing a bump, all right? Avalanche had a year-to-date high of $31,218 in Avalanche fees received. Now that is a 59% increase in the previous month, all right? So that is basically going to signal positive price appreciation due to the boost in fees that the Avalanche network has received, all right? Now, due to the fees increasing, when we compare them to other blockchains, okay, so these are EVM compatible blockchains, Ethereum, Binance, Optimism, and Polygon Matic, basically over the past 30 days, comparing to those blockchains, that ranks 9th in comparison to the other blockchains that use the basically equivalent blockchains. All right, so that is something where we have to look at these base fees, although they are increasing. It's still just illustrating how far below in terms of development and life cycle Avalanche is in comparison to similar blockchains. All right, so notably, Layer 2 competitor Polygon earned close to 4 times the fees in Avalanche. All right, so despite the outstanding growth in 2023, the network is still going to have to substantially increase fees or create more revenue to overtake their blockchains that they're in competition with. All right, now, will Amazon help push the needle to help them achieve that feat? That is yet to be determined. However, that is something that I think the optimism in relation to that topic is what is driving the Avalanche price point even further. All right, so basically, when we talk about another point to highlight, the active addresses and users are also down. All right, so that is another sign of blockchain health when we talk about active addresses, users, and transactions. All right, so despite having all-time highs, Avalanche's transaction count is trending in the downward direction. All right, so when we talk about that, that is important because that is basically going to make a play on the unique wallets given on a given day, despite actually what active addresses were registered the following day. So that's where it gets a little tricky comparing what is the difference between an active address versus the transactional activity you're seeing, and kind of the discrepancy that lies within interpreting that data to predict a move or growth of a blockchain. Okay, so that is what's going to be important moving forward to see if those numbers correlate more and more down the line. Okay, so when we talk about this, you can illustrate it even further by Avalanche's all-time high in daily active users is 131,000, which basically gets swallowed up by Polygon's all-time high of 737,000. Okay, so that is going to be very important. And when we look to compare the actual scale and magnitude of Avalanche versus some of their competitors in competing blockchains that they are faced with. Okay. However, you cannot ignore the price action that Avalanche has seen in the last month and start of 2023. Okay, because that is just something that is monumental, if you will, and it is a very nice pump that we are going to see probably grow into even more and more green levels as we continue and further into 2023. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show for you guys, because what it comes down to is despite the immense growth that came from the AWS partnership, the blockchain is still dwarfed by its competitors. All right, so the goal of the partnership is to increase the network awareness, activity, and adoption, and basically making it easier and more accessible to users by partnering with AWS. Okay. However, you may reach that adoption, but basically when we compare to the competition, it's interesting to see what maybe value Amazon saw within Avalanche, because they are taking a gamble just due to the fact that the early competitors in comparable blockchains are basically out to such a ginormous lead. When you talk about the scale and the evolution of those blockchains, it just dwarfs Avalanche as a whole. So that's what I got for you guys. Not financial advice. Please do your own research with everything financial, but I appreciate you guys watching, and welcome to the channel. If you have not done so, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next video.